Alrighty, hey there, bingo fans. Welcome to the Triple Bingo Tournament. This is round 2. We have Dangers versus LilAggy tonight. And joining me on commentary is Yo-Yo Swift. Say hello.
Hey guys.
Hey. Alrighty, so we're gonna ask the runners how they're feeling about this race. Dangers, LilAggy, how are you guys feeling?
Hola. I'm feeling alright. Just got to watch a couple bingo rounds today, actually, so feeling pretty pumped to see how it goes today.
That's good. Sounds good. LilAggy, how are you feeling about tonight's race? Yeah, I don't think we can hear you, Aggie.
Hello? Okay.
Okay,
There he is.
now we can hear you.
Sorry,
So,
having.
how are you feeling about the race?
I'm feeling okay about it. I did some practice rounds just a little bit ago. They were both about mid 55, so I'm playing all right today. I mean, I think I'm mostly scared of getting a board that's like super sub area heavy, because I think.
Yeah, potentially sub areas can definitely be problematic sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Dangers as an all unique moons runner.
Be an interesting one. I feel like both you and Dangers are pretty similar skill level when it comes to bingo.
Yeah, I think so. We do a lot of practice bingo together.
Yeah, so this should be a hot match.
It should be hot.
Alrighty, Yo-Yo Swift, do you have anything to ask the runners?
Not really. This should be an interesting race, and good luck to the both of you.
Alright, sounds good. I agree. Good luck, guys.
Alright. Good luck.
Alrighty. So for those of you that don't know, this is triple bingo. Basically, they will be completing 3 lines on a bingo board, and first one to complete all of their goals is the winner. Things to note about triple bingo: synergy is pretty important, so are early finishes, so anything with any of that is always good to look out for in a bingo board. So, and the runner should be starting any moment. Alrighty. I think we'll be starting momentarily. Alrighty, here we go. Let's take a look at this board. So, during these first 2 kingdoms, Cap and Cascade, there's not really too much that they can actually accomplish here. In Cap, the only thing that they can grab is the checkpoint. So, what Dangers and LilAggy are going to be doing right now is they're going to be deciding what 3 lines they want to go for route and execute for their 3 bingos. So, Cap and Cascade are mostly just any percent the first 5 minutes up until you get to Madam Brood.
Yeah, and any little time they have, they're going to be thinking about what route they're going to want to be doing, while also playing at the same time.
So while they're running through Cap, let's dissect this board, Yo-Yo. Let's see what's going on here. We got 3 ground pound moons wooded in the center. That's an interesting square for the center. It's not like necessarily bad, but it does force deep woods, so we have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we got? Got 2 moons from Hint Art up near the corner by Goomba Picture Match, and then 24 Metro right next to it. This board seems alright. I don't have a route yet, but there's definitely some interesting goals on here. I don't see too much synergy, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, there's not a ton.
This board's kind of a mess, actually, the more I look at it. You got World Peace Sand and World Peace Wooded separated. I mean, there's story moons, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting board. Leave it to the tournament to have some of the most clustered boards.
Yeah.
Well, it'll make it more interesting, that's for sure. They will more than likely be going for different routes, because I don't see anything that's popping out to be super viable right off the bat.
Same.
So what else can we say about this board? There's 95 moons total. Got 4 moons from sub-areas and seaside. Yeah, wow, this board is actually a really big mess. Forget what I said before, this board is not very good. I don't see, like, super good synergy that's popping out immediately. I think... Now, I'm still thinking about this, but I think I have 2 of my rows in mind already. That it's not... Oh my god. This board... I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, there's lots of...
This is a very
different
messy board.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's just gonna make it more interesting to see what Aggie and Dangers go for here.
Yeah, it's gonna see who knows the most, really.
Well, not necessarily the most, but, like, it's probably just gonna come down to preferences at this point. Because there's not really a route that just straight up pops up immediately, and there's not a lot of synergy on this board, which just makes it even worse. So, overall, it's just gonna come down to preference of what they want to go for. There's not too many boards that turn out like this, so this is kind of a rarity in my opinion. Okay. I think I found a route that I feel I would probably do on this board. Not super proud of it, but it's not horrible. I'm thinking row 1 is one of my rows. I'm considering row 5, potentially. Actually, no. 8 moons tap, plus snow, plus picture match? No. Never mind. Forget that. Yeah, wow, this board's gross. This is probably one of the worst boards I've seen in a long time. And I route a bunch of boards in my own time just for fun, so this is something. This is definitely a board.
Yeah, not a lot of whole great options. It's just gonna, like you said, come down to preferences.
That's pretty much what it's gonna come down to. There's just not a lot that's popping out immediately, and like World Peace Sand on its own isn't very good. World Peace Sand. I don't think we'll see Column 5. Column 5 is atrocious.
Yeah.
World Peace Sand and the 4 moons from sub-areas and seaside? No thanks. I think Column 5 is 100%. I doubt we'll see Column 5. What other rows are kind of bad? Column 1 requires a lot of backtracking, so we might not see Column 1 either. Now, backtracking isn't necessarily bad in Bingo. It can actually be quite good if you have a really good route and, you know, good synergy with other goals that you have to go back for. Like, 3 moons from Shiny Rocks works well, because that can work as a backtrack with a Hint Art moon. But, like, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling anything on this board. I most certainly... I feel like this would be one of those few scenarios that I'd sit down after beating Madame Brood and just sit down and Cascade for like 20 seconds and just pick something. Because I don't think I would have had something by this point. Just commit to something.
Yeah, like you, like
There's
you
just
really
nothing
gotta
that
make a
pops
decision.
out. Yeah, wow, this board is... this is something. Like, I really don't know what to say. Like, I mean, like, I know that I keep repeating that, but, like, it's so true. This is not a good board.
Yeah, like sometimes there's bad boards, but this one's really bad.
This one's atrocious. Easily one of the worst I've seen in a while. Okay.
Not a lot of great options.
Okay, I think I found a route I'm somewhat comfortable with. I think I do, row 1, column 1, and... I gotta pick one more. Hold on. I guess... Jeez, dude. I can't even pick 3 that I, like, feel content with. That's how miserable this board is. I guess maybe... Actually, no. Do the, row 1, column 1 BLTR. I think that's what I'd end up going for in the end. It's solid enough. The backtracking works. You can get 7 timers pretty easily. With that
Yeah.
route, you might have to do World Peace and Wooded. But, like... Well, actually, no, you'd probably go to Metro because of the 9 story moons. Yeah, I guess you'd have to go to Metro moons. Yeah, like I said, the sport is... There's nothing that's good. You just have to commit to something. This is a terrible board to analyze, because literally everything that I'm trying to, like, come up with and figure out, nothing's just popping out. Anyways, it looks like, LilAggy might be going for sand shards, since he's collecting atop the highest tower. I don't know if that's the exact reason why he's doing that. I mean, it could also just be because he wants the story moon.
Yeah.
That's probably the better reasoning, actually.
He might go to
Who knows? He could be...
Shards as well.
Yeah. He'll probably pair it with the moon shards.
Yeah, he is, I think.
Because the story moon plus the moon shard, that's pretty good synergy. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Can he save it? Yes. Excellent. Good save. Yeah, it's not often that you, go to shards like this. You either go from the, left side, or not the left side, but like the right side and jump the canyon, or you take the bullet bill over.
Yeah, these shards are pretty slow.
Good. And I think Aggie has the right idea doing them, since it counts as both a shard and a story moon. I think in this scenario it works actually pretty well, so good on him for seeing that.
Yeah, because he could pretty much get 2 story moons.
Now, my question is he going for world peace then? Because I don't think he would, but, like, I honestly don't know. He could totally do that. I doubt it.
Yeah, because...
I really don't think we're seeing world peace on this board. Just the position that it's in on the board just doesn't work with anything.
Like, it's gonna require snow at Seaside.
Yeah, because you have row 2, where, there's 8 moons snow, and then column 5, where it's 4 moons from sub-areas and Seaside. Both are equally slow, I feel. So, just really bad goals.
It looks like Dangers is pretty much just kind of doing any percent right now.
Yeah, seems like it. Let's see if we can figure out, what he's potentially going for that's just allowing him to just do any percent through sand. Don't see anything in particular. Interesting.
might be going for that purchase for hats goal, I think, because
That is true, but if we're going all the way to Snow or Seaside or Metro, like, you can easily purchase those with coins.
yeah.
So, I don't know why you'd be bothered collecting them with regional, since hats are only 50 coins a piece. I mean, he could be going for purchasing 4 moons, and he's just trying to save money. I don't think they're allowing coin hint arts because Aggie is on 1.0, I believe. So I don't think we'll be seeing any coin hint arts.
So Dangers is already leaving sand.
Interesting. Dangers is leaving sand. And there's still not a goal marked, but I feel that's pretty normal for this board at least.
Yeah, there's...
I mean, maybe you could be going for the 45 regionals in sand, potentially, but like, I don't know. Man, can you believe that it's been 13 minutes and I still haven't found a route that I'm, like, 100% happy with? That's hilarious. Like, considering how many boards I've routed, I'm, like, shocked right now. I can't find a route that I, like at all. Like, I just have to commit to something that would just kind of work.
So Dangers is going back to cap.
Interesting. Going back to cap. Now, that's not the worst idea on this board, to be honest.
Yeah, we have 8 moons cap and 10 regionals cap.
I think the 10 regional coins is just an easy goal to just mark off. He could be going for the moons. I think he is going for the moons. Otherwise, he wouldn't have grabbed this frog.
Yeah.
He's going for the moon on top of this top hat. It's a pretty fast one. Kind of. Personally, whenever I see 8 moons cap, I usually warp up to the top immediately and do, like, Toad, Timer, Push Block, Sub Area, Frog Room, Shop, stuff like that.
So Danger bought another hat. So it looks like he's definitely going for that hat will.
He's definitely purchasing the hats. And like I said, I guess, you know, doing them with regionals doesn't really, like, hurt him in any sense, like, whatsoever. Keep in mind that goals marked on the board doesn't exactly mean Dangers is winning. We'll have no idea who's winning until, like, 40 minutes in.
Because, like, you could just be going for really long goals, but, like, really you're winning.
Mm-hmm. Especially goals that, like, stack up with, like, purchases or, like, 7 8-bit moons.
Yeah.
Those are pretty common ones that you see stacked among the course of a bingo. 6 moons from music notes, that's another one. That's pretty common. 7 timer challenges. Story moons. Honestly, the list goes on.
Yeah. Or, like, total regionals.
Yeah. I find it crazy that I still haven't found a route that I'm, like, happy with. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think LilAggy's going for that 45 regional in this kingdom, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. Like, the only thing I kinda like on this board is combining row 1 and column 1 and doing the big synergy with the hint arts and the cascade revisit.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what's the third row? Like, what works best with that? I was thinking the BLTR at first, but I still don't like it, because the 9 story moons, it forces you to go to Metro.
Yeah.
There's just, like, nothing that I like on this board.
Yeah, really not a great board.
I actually hate everything about this board. There's not a single route that I would want to do on this board. Like I said, I guess I'd just do the route that I said I would do and just go to Metro. I'd just suck it up. I'd just go collect the 4 musicians. Done.
Yeah, like, you can't
like
just
that,
spend forever.
that's
Yeah. Like,
the
you can't
best
spend
I got,
forever
man.
thinking of a route, because Otherwise, you won't really know what to do in each kingdom, and you might have to like revisit.
Mm-hmm.
So you really just have to kind of commit to something after Cascade.
Pretty much. And sometimes it's not really that bad. Like, if you have a bad route, as long as you execute it well, you're probably still going to be doing pretty well in the bingo, because, like, even if you have a good route, if you execute it poorly, like, it's not a good route.
Yeah, like
Like, execution's half the battle with the routing.
yeah. Dangers only needs one more moon, which he's doing the timer challenge, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Expected. I think Dangers has a similar idea of what I would have done on this board with the right triangle. I obviously don't know that for sure yet, but it looks like that's his plan. I just don't see anything else that's even close to being remotely viable. Like, it's so silly. This board is silly. Meanwhile, Aggie collected the 45 regionals in sand. So that confirms he's either going for column 2 or row 5. I feel like column 2 seems more likely in both of those. And he did get a Shards Moon in sand. So he could be doing column 2 and row 4. That wouldn't be the worst. I'm not a big fan of the 95 moons total.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of extra wasted time. Potentially. Like, there are fast moons, but keep in mind, even though there's fast moons, if you're doing, like, a bunch of other stuff in between them, like, are they really that fast?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, some moons on average can take, like, 10 seconds to collect. But then you have to keep in mind that there's, like, a moon animation for each one. And just all of that. Dangers is in the deep woods for what I am assuming is 3 ground pound moons in wooded. There are 3 down here. There's the tree. There's the 2 that you get with the dino.
Yeah, and he also might be going for the 3 moons for shiny rocks.
Yeah. I definitely think Dangers has the route that I initially said was like the only viable route on this board. The problem is, it's not even that good because you're still forced to go to Metro, fight Mecha Wiggler, and you just have to get the 4 musicians, and then you're allowed to leave for Goomba Picture Match, but it's like, it still sucks. And then I guess your hint arts would be like, the lake hint art is definitely one of them.
Yeah, and then
I guess your second one could be the Metro to Lake one. Actually, you could. I actually like that.
yeah, because that's also by the.
Go to Wooded first. Did Dangers go to Wooded first? I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did.
So if he did, he is potentially doing what I'm currently thinking in my head, where he looks at the hint art by the trumpeter, and then he goes to Lake, and then goes to Cascade, and then does his backtracks like that. Then he goes to Goomba Picture Match. Honestly, that has to be the route.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to, you know, think about it. Like, picking between Wooded and Lake, you know, which one to do first, doesn't affect much, but it does affect enough. Meanwhile, ooh, we're seeing a nut clip. Why did Dangers want to do nut clip? Maybe he's just trying to any percent wooded. I guess that's all that is, potentially. Honestly, not sure if nut clip actually serves a purpose here. Besides just wanting to do nut clip, I guess. Alrighty then. Did Dangers collect the timer in Deep Woods?
I'm I don't actually know.
Because if he didn't, that's not good. He needs that. There
I
are
don't
exactly
think he
7
did.
timers if you don't get peace in any kingdom. Up till Metro.
Yeah.
So he needs every single one of those.
I don't actually know if he did.
Feel like we should have done a better job keeping track of that.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Meanwhile, it looks like Aggie has a similar idea. He didn't go into Deep Woods, at least not yet, but it looks like he's just doing some any percent moons. Oh. Just when I said that he's just doing any percent, he's finishing the maze for those purples. Interesting. Personally, I'm not a big fan of those purples. I think they're pretty slow, and Wooded
Yeah.
has a lot of purples, so I wouldn't be concerned with slow ones like the one at the end of the maze. Ooh, that's an unfortunate bug. Dangers going for tower skip. Nails it. It's a pretty useful trick. Sure means in Wooded, and you're coming up on the spirit fight, you can skip the 2 moons.
Yeah, if you don't
It's
need
about roughly 35 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's always good if you don't really need those 2 moons to do that.
Not to mention, the 4 regionals on that platform that you land on if you do tower skip are, like, super easy to get if
Yeah.
you're doing tower skip. Otherwise, those 4 regionals are usually really irritating and honestly not worth it. I only go for those regionals if I have tower skip, am I right? Yeah. So, it definitely looks like... Wait a second. I just realized something. Dangers can't be going for my route. He didn't get 2 moons from sub-areas and cap. Did he? Or did he just forget to mark it? No, he had to get 2
Yeah.
moons from sub-areas and cap.
Yeah,
He got
that-
8 moons in cap. I don't think it's possible to get 8 moons in cap without the sub-areas. I guess he just forgot to mark it.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, so he's definitely going for my route.
And he's starting to look at that hint art.
Meanwhile, Aggie is still in the dark. I'm still not 100% sure what Aggie's up to.
Yeah. With only 1 goal marked, it's a bit hard.
Like I said, I can kind of foresee him doing both column 2 and column 2 and row 4.
Yeah.
Just based off of what I've seen so far. But his 3rd row is still a mystery to me. Nothing has, like, given it away yet. And he hasn't gone to Deep Woods yet. So he may not be going for the central square. The 3 wooded ground pound moons. Because you do need to go to Deep Woods to that, like I have probably already said.
Yeah.
Because there's only one...
Yeah. There's the thanks for charge moon.
Yeah. And that one's really fast, but... usually with the wooded ground pound moons, actually always with the wooded ground pound moons, it forces you to get at least 2. Which requires Deep Woods.
Yeah.
So even though thanks for the charge is a pretty fast one, it's actually usually not used when routing ground pound moons in wooded. It's still a fast moon though. I guess there's that.
Like, it'll be a good moon if you're doing other stuff as well over there.
Definitely. Dangers is grabbing extra moons here. He's going into the warp painting. Okay, never mind. He's going into the warp painting. I guess he decided that he didn't want to do what I initially planned with the warp painting, or maybe he just didn't think about it. Because, like I said, that works out really well since you need to go toward that hint art for the musician anyway. And Lake's a smaller kingdom, so there's much less ground to traverse to get that extra from the hint art. And then you can just do your backtrack to cascade from there and then do picture match.
So it looks like Aggie is doing world.
Aggie is doing world peace, so this pretty much confirms column 2.
Yeah.
As I suspected, but, you know, you never know.
But most likely he is.
So column 2 is definitely something Aggie wants, which means that he is getting 24 moons in Metro. That might seem like a lot, but to be honest, that's only 4 extra moons from 100%. And if you're going for the story moons, going for all the musicians and then going into sewers and then getting that story moon might not be a bad idea if you're short story moons. However, I think he has enough, because he got all 5 preemptively. Having a little bit of trouble with torque drift. Oh, I know how this feels. I know how this feels. Just, yeah, okay, he's fine. Alright. He's fine. Danger's collecting the last of his regionals for the 30 regional goal. And he is leaving Wooded. Cool. It weirds me from sub-areas cap. It makes me think that maybe that wasn't his route.
Yeah.
How many story moons has he collected? Not enough. He hasn't collected enough. So that's not his route. He's doing TLDR. That's the only other, like, sort of viable option. I mean, I guess he could go to snow. I don't know, did he do slots in sand?
He did, I think.
Oh. Then he might be going to snow. Ooh. I do not like that third row choice, but his first 2 rows were something that I would definitely do. So, yeah, it looks like they're both going for that 95 total moons at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's not the best, but...
I mean, like, it can definitely work on this board. I don't know. It's just usually not really a good thing to grab extra moons in bingo normally. Unless if you have moon goals that synergy. Or if you know that in your route... Oh, Aggie's going to Deep Woods. So I think we will be seeing those 3 Grand Mad moons, because he is exactly 21 moons. And he only needs 3 moons to reach that 24 moon total for that goal in row 4.
Yeah.
I think he planned his route among do 21 moons, then drop down to Deep Woods, and then grow the stock that takes him back to the Odyssey. This was pretty smart. This was definitely pretty smart. Aggie's just carrying the rock. while collecting some purples. Dangers is going for some more timers.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure if he did get the one in Deep Woods.
I really hope he did.
Because
I
that
don't
could be a...
remember though.
Me neither.
I wasn't paying 100% attention to his screen while he was in Deep Woods. I was just like, oh, he's in Deep Woods, he's getting the ground pass. But I didn't see if he got the timer. Yep. So, I think Aggie's route is pretty clear now. I think he's doing column 2. I'm almost certain on that at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think Dangers had exactly what I had in mind here. He's either going to snow, or he's getting the 95 moons total. Because he doesn't have enough story moons to finish in Metro, and then do the backtracks like I thought he would do. He just didn't collect enough of them. I think he only has 3. Because he didn't go out of his way for the wooded, like the second wooded story moon, and he didn't do sand chart.
Yeah, so...
Which means he only has 3. Dangers is doing his backtrack to Cascade now. Okay. So he's going to be getting his 3rd shiny rock. For those of you that don't know, there are only 3 shiny rocks in normal bingo, which is up through Snow/Seaside. There's the 2 in Wooded, the 1 above Wooded, 1 in Deep Woods, and then the last one requires you to backtrack to Cascade.
Yeah, because it's not usually there because it's under the Odyssey.
Oh yeah, I guess... Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that would be the reason why it wouldn't be there on first visit. I was like, oh, it's just not there, you know, for no real reason, but then after that, well, yeah, the Odyssey is on top of it. That does make sense. Huh. Good observation.
So Dangerous has gotten the 2 moves in Pin Art.
Yep. Personally, I would have done the backtrack once he got to Metro and then went through the lake painting and done it like that, but this works too. This definitely still works. And he is purchasing a moon, so this does confirm that his final line is TLBR.
Yeah.
So they both have Metro finishes, and they both need 95 moons. Interesting. Well, actually, they technically have picture match finishes. Because it's faster to finish with picture match.
Yeah.
Ooh. I wonder if he knows the trick that you can throw the rock in the water and it'll break. He does not. He's kicking it. I saw this on Timpani's stream once. If you throw the rock in the water, it breaks. So that's pretty sick. But I don't think he knew that. I was just like, yeah, I guess that would make sense. You know, like the rock would dematerialize by touching the water. I guess that's pretty much like the only time in the game that you would even be able to try that.
Yeah.
Since, as far as I can think of, this is the only rock that's near a patch of water. Like, keep in mind, I think there's only 4 rocks in the game. The 4th one being on the moon.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think there's only 4 shiny rocks, so... Yep. So, Danger's moon count is at 61. When Aggie finishes Lost, we'll see what his moon count is. And I think whoever has the highest moon count at this point will probably come out on top. Because 20 unique captures isn't exactly strenuous to go for if you're going for a Metro finish.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's an unfortunate F. I guess it's not that unfortunate, because he was probably just any percenting loss, so he just lost the 2 seconds from not being able to save himself. No big deal. Danger's going back. I guess he realized that he forgot
Yeah.
the timer.
So definitely.
Well,
a bit of
Yo-Yo, this
time loss.
answers... Yo-Yo, this answers our question. He didn't
Yeah.
get the timer. He's looking for the timer, I think.
He's probably just too focused on those ground pounds and forgot.
Yeah. That's definitely probably what happened. Though, the timer is near the ground pound moon across the river in the middle of Deep Woods, so, like, you know, he could have done the darker side strat where he grows the vine while doing this timer to leave. But... Alright, so he grabbed the timer.
Definitely not great, but at least he noticed that.
Having to revisit Deep Woods, especially after having to go back to Wooded, definitely is time loss that could cost him the match, potentially. However, this is not over. Aggie can definitely potentially choke this. Though Aggie does have the severe kingdom advantage.
Yeah, he's ready in
Danger's-
Metro.
Danger still has to get through Cloud and Lost. And Aggie can just blitz Metro. With the addition of 4 moons, of course.
Yeah. But that
And-
shouldn't be bad.
Whatever extra moons he still needs. Did you catch Aggie's moon count when you left Lost?
No.
Alright. I guess we don't know what that is. I know that Danger's is like 61 though. Actually, he's a little bit more because he got the timer.
Yeah.
Hmm. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna.
It's definitely gonna come down to... Well, okay, look, here's the thing. Dangers doesn't have to collect the story moons. And those... I mean, like, they take up time, but, like, he's still getting moons, that's the thing. Like, they aren't the slowest story moons. Musicians are some of the fastest story moons in Mario Odyssey. So, like,
Yeah.
it's not even that bad. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize you can kind of slide in between the wiggler and the wall there.
Me neither.
Pray for 2 cycle. And it's a good. Aggie got a very lenient pattern, it felt.
Yeah, he didn't even.
Nothing really got in his way there. Danger's entering Lost. He just needs to any percent Lost. Aggie still needs to collect 2 shard moons, but this is Metro, and there's 3 shard moons here. Granted, they are all in sub-areas, so that's definitely something to consider. I think Aggie only has 1 right, which is the sand shard.
Yeah, I
Unless
don't
if he
think-
grabbed the wooded sub-area. Did he grab the wooded sub-area?
I know he went over there. I don't know if he did. I
Yeah,
don't
like-
remember.
Yeah,
don't
like, I
remember
knew that
if
he was
went
over there, but I don't know if he actually went in and did the sub-area.
I don't think I did, from what I remember.
Well, I guess we'll see how many shard moons he grabs in Metro. You know, if he, only goes for 1, then we know that he already did it.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest though, Dangers doing TLBR instead of BLTR isn't really that bad. Like, you know, the route still generally works. He's just spending a lot more time in Metro. That's really the only difference.
Yeah.
And if he needs the 95 runes total, it still makes sense to do that. But once again, that 95 runes total just takes up a lot of time, which is the
Yeah, you
reason
need
why I was trying to avoid on this board.
You have to get like 20 extra moons.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of good synergy that works with it.
Like, if there's lots of moon goals in certain kingdoms, then it wouldn't be terrible.
Like, yeah, you could say that it could work with the 8 moons cap and the 4 extra moons in Metro, and just grab, like, a couple of extra moons in Lost in Lake, since that's usually pretty fast. But, like, just in general, there's just nothing that screams, I should go for 95 moons total on this board. Especially since cap is generally slow moon-wise. There's not that many fast moons in cap. So I would say this board is a decent exception to that, since, you know, you have the 10 regional synergy with the sub-area, but I don't know.
So Dangers is now in Metro as well.
Mm-hmm. I still didn't catch his moon count.
Me neither.
Why don't I pay attention to these things? Aggie talking to Pauline. He's gonna start collecting his musicians. He needs all 4 of them. He has 5 story mains right now, and there's 4 musicians. So that'll get him up to his 9 total. So that was good routing on his part. And he's probably at 20 captures at this point, to be honest. But
Yeah,
that's obviously not my call to mark that.
20 really isn't that bad.
20 is pretty forgiving if you're going all the way to Metro.
Yeah.
Especially since they were both in Deep Woods for those 3 ground pound moons. There's 3 woods that you can't really find anywhere else in the game. That's not entirely true. Coin Coffer you can find in other locations. It's just not, like, viable. Like, it's only viable in Deep Woods, to be honest.
Yeah, because he's pretty much, like, he's right in the middle, so you...
Because he's post-peace in both wooded and sand, right? Is he in sand?
Is he? I don't think so.
I want to say he's in sand, but I'm honestly not sure. I know he's post-peace wooded, though.
Yeah, at the top.
Yeah. Sand? I'm not sure. If he is, there's, like, never a reason to go sand, coin, coffer, like, what?
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like he's in sand as well. I don't know. Something's telling me that there's a coin coffer in sand. I kind of want to look this up after this bingo. I'm really curious if there's a coin coffer in sand now.
The Danger is just finishing up Mega Wigglers, so he's about to go into Day Metro, and we're nearing the end, so every little thing is gonna start mattering.
Definitely. 100%. We're gonna start seeing goals being marked off left and right. That's how this works.
Yeah.
Aggie doesn't seem like he has a lot done, but he actually has potentially the lead right now. Especially since he has 22 moons. He is going into the taxi sub-area for the moon shards. This sub-area is technically fast, if you know what you're doing. It's, what's the word for this sub-area? That's pretty much what. Whoa, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I did not know that you can grab that shard like that.
Me neither.
I've been blowing up the tax. I did not know you could grab the shard. I wonder if that's just like a specific thing with the hitbox and the taxi. Like, the shard is just like slightly outside of the taxi, which allows Cappy to grab it. I just never noticed. I'm gonna have to mess with that now. Because it's that sub area. I mean, you know, like, I have a method where I capture the tank on the platform below the top platform, and then I just shoot all of the shards using that, but, like, I think the way Aggie did it could be potentially faster.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
now,
know for certain.
now he has 24 moons, so that's all done.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I think Aggie's not quite at 95 moons yet.
Yeah. He's
Couple
probably...
moons.
Yeah.
Either that or he just miscounted in his routing and just needed the musician. I mean, he has to remember that he's also going to be getting a moon from Picture Match as well.
Yeah.
He might not be calculating that into his thing. He's going for another shark. Okay, well that answers our question before. He did not do the wooded sub-air. Which kind of bothers me, because he was right next to it.
Yeah, it could've got that.
That definitely would have been the better choice, but I don't really think it would have mattered if he wasn't at 24 moons yet already. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Aggie's exact moon count, so he might just be short moons, and I have no idea. We probably should have kept better track of that. Like, I know Danger's moon count, but I don't know. That's what's making this a little bit interesting. Like, I don't know how many more moons before he's at 95. He's pretty much done at this point. He just has to go do Picture Match and purchase his 4th moon. But, like, if he's not at 95 moons, then he's not done. Well,
He is warping back to the Odyssey.
he's warping to the Odyssey, but he didn't purchase his 4th moon. Aggie? Aggie? I'm confused.
I think he did, actually.
I think he forgot.
I don't remember.
Because he's
I
at
know-
95 moons. Well, 94. But you get the point. I think he forgot to purchase a moon. Either that or he just didn't mark it. I'm hoping it's he didn't mark it, because this could get weird. Did he go back to loss?
Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like.
I don't think he knows the menu.
Yeah, that's lost, I think.
That is lost. I think he's about to get a little bit bamboozled. Yeah, he picked loss. He's not. What? I guess he's getting a shot moon here. Well played. He made me think it was an accident. I guess he already bought the moon in Metro and we just didn't realize it.
I don't know. I feel like I remember him buying it, but I don't know.
I don't remember him buying the moon in Metro, but, well, he just marked the goal, so... I think it's gonna take a miracle for Dangers to win at this point.
Yeah.
I think Aggie has this.
All Aggie has to do is just do the...
All Aggie has to do is just do Picture Match.
Yeah, and then...
He
He's done.
didn't warp out from there, okay. Okay, Aggie. It would have been faster to warp. But... yeah, okay, that works. He allowed Glydon to live, I guess that's cool. He just left Glydon chilling on an edge. A literal cliffhanger. That was bad, but I'm not sorry.
Now Dangerous is doing this sub-area as well.
Yeah, I think Aggie has this.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of close in the end, because I didn't realize how many moons... Huh. Alright. This board turned out a little bit faster than I initially expected, but, like, it's still not a good board.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
this is an example of a not good board. Will we get a smiling Goomba, though? We gotta please Vash. There we go. There it is. We've pleased Vash. I don't know if he's in the chat, but if he is, we pleased his wish.
Looks like Dangers is having some trouble with this sub area.
Yeah, the sub area isn't exactly nice if you don't know 100% what's happening. It's kind of a, like, it's just not a good, like, it's not a fun sub area. I actually intentionally avoided this sub area for the longest time until I just decided, screw it, I'm just gonna take the time to learn it.
And Aggie has finished.
I mean, it's a good sub area. Meanwhile, Aggie just finished with a 52-58. That is a really respectable time for this board.
Yeah, we thought
I feel this board was not... Wait. Does he not have 20 captures?
he just checked. I think he maybe had like 19.
He doesn't have 20 captures. Uh-oh. Psych. It's not GG yet. He doesn't have 20 captures. Oh, the race is on. Dangers is going to picture match.
Oh, this is
if Aggie can't find the captures in time,
hopefully
this could turn into Dangers' win.
hopefully he only needs one capture.
If he only needs one, he can just go get the Taifu and Snow.
Yeah. But
If he needs more than one,
could be a problem.
this could get dicey. Did he get all of the captures in Metro? The sewer hole, the taxi, the pole, the RC car man,
I don't think he got the RC
the
car.
rocket. You didn't get the RC car man?
I don't think so.
Oh, because he did Scoot Clip. Yo, imagine if him doing Scoot Clip cost him the match.
Doing a
I don't think it will, especially since Dangers just died on the picture. Wow, it's awkward.
as long as it's not capture.
Alright.
Yeah.
Now Aggie is done. GG. We don't know his final time, obviously, but
Yeah.
well, yeah, we do. We kind of saw it with Danger's timer. It was like a 54-50 something.
But
Alright.
it actually turned out pretty close in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Aggie's route definitely surprised me a little bit. It was a little better than I expected. I still think the route that I proposed at the beginning would have been a little bit better. Because you didn't have to get 95 moons. All you had to do in Metro was just get the musicians, and then warp out and start doing your backtracks.
Yeah, I think bottom left. Top
And 7 timers work since you have to go to Cap and Deep Woods anyway.
Hello?
Aggie! GG.
Did I win or not?
I think you did. You did win.
Okay, oh my god, I got 19
was close.
captures. I got
It was
19
close.
captures.
Yeah, we saw that, and
Oh my god, I can't
but you only needed
believe-
one. You only needed one.
Oh,
GG. That was very close, guys.
oh my
Definitely.
god.
Yeah, your route was...
My route was strange.
My first reaction to this board was, this is a mess. I can't find something I like. I think this would have been a board where I sat in Cascade for like 20 seconds and just tried to find something that I liked enough to commit to it.
See, that's what I tried to avoid more than anything, because like I didn't see anything that immediately required a cascade, so I just got out ASAP. But that left
But
me.
sometimes you just have to do that.
Yeah, because I mean, if you couldn't tell by the moons I got in Sand, I didn't fully know what I was doing even by the time I was leaving Sand. I kind of like had it
I
half
don't
figured
blame you.
out, but yeah, I managed to find something.
I believe by the 13-minute mark of this match, I found a route that I really like. Row 1, column 1, BLTR. I thought Dangers was gonna do that at first, but he surprised me and did the other diagonal.
Okay.
And the reason why I liked this route was because you need 9 story moons, so you have to go to Metro, unfortunately. But there is some upsides. 7 timers works well because you have to go to Cap and Deep Woods anyway. You can get all the timers in, Cascade in the Metro sub-area, Crowd Room. You have to go to Deep Woods. Your hint arts would be the Metro art and the Lake art. And you would pick Wooded first, and then you would warp after getting all of your stuff done in Metro, and then start doing the backtracks.
Interesting. Okay.
That's personally how I would have handled this board. I did not want to do 95 solo on this board. But
Yeah,
you
the
that can
95
still be
moons-
pretty fast on this board, so
It
congrats.
actually
You
it
surprised
didn't
me.
it didn't come out to be as bad as I thought it would. It was kind of
No.
like my concession that I had to do that to make the rest of it work, but since I was going for 24 moons in Wooded, and I picked up some extra in Sand to account for it, and I was going for 24 in Metro, I actually really didn't have to go that far out of my way for it.
Yeah, I definitely think with your route, it worked pretty well. Yeah, your route was surprisingly good.
Oh, man.
Alright, do we have anything else to say? I don't know. What a match.
That was a match, yeah.
Yeah, that was about a minute apart because he forgot the 20th capture.
Insane.
I was
I
kind
just
of
can't
surprised.
20 captures is like such a no-brainer one. Like I hardly even registered with me to like even think about it. Cause like I did get a couple in Wooded just to
Did
be extra
you-
safe.
Did you get all of the captures in Metro?
I did not.
Yeah, because you did Scoot Clip. Scoot Clip caused you to not get RC card in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Dude,
I also
imagine if that
forgot.
cost you the match. That would have been...
That would have been shameful.
Oh, dude, that would have been sudden.
Even when I get Scoot Clip right, it's my ultimate enemy. Oh man. But yeah, I forgot the little like tourist camera thing that's in every kingdom.
The Binocs.
Yeah, the binoculars. That's originally what I wanted to get for my 20th once I realized I needed to get something, but I accidentally selected snow, so I didn't know where the binoculars are in this one, if they're even here.
I don't think Binocs are in snow.
Yeah.
So yeah, your only option was the Typhoon in snow. You could have backtracked to Lake and just got them in there.
Yeah.
At the front in Lake Kingdom. Alright, cool. I don't really have too much more to say. Yeah, good game. That was definitely something.
Yep. GG's to Dangerous. It was a
GG's.
close one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
close.
My personal falling out was the timer challenge in the Deep Woods. I forgot while I was there. And
Yeah,
if I didn't have to backtrack, I probably would have pulled out another minute and a half ahead here. And then by the
Yeah.
end, I started seeing Aggie clear off everything, and I got kind of bamboozled. And so that's when the shard room happened, and it was not very pretty. But
Yeah. Yo-Yo and I were get the timer in deep.
yeah, and it was a necessity. So
Yeah, it was a necessity with your route because there's only 7 if you don't get peace in any of the kingdoms
that's right.
up through Metro.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry.
All right, so yeah, that's the match, guys. Stay tuned for more triple bingo in the near future.